Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. This is a nighttime review video of the Lifetime LED Phantom Sun LEDs. This is going to compare and contrast the factory Raptor lights against these fog lights. Definitely check out the other video I posted on the channel earlier today, doing a full walkthrough of these lights specific to the Raptor, as well as covering pricing and output numbers. As always, thanks for tuning in, and please consider subscribing to the channel to help me build this platform. I want to keep this video pretty short because the last one was a little bit too long, so hopefully I can balance things out. Any support with a subscribe or a comment would mean a lot to me and would be greatly appreciated. With that said, I also want to thank the subscribers that I have. I can't thank my existing subscribers enough. It's been really amazing waking up every morning and seeing that number tick up 1, 2 at a time. I didn't expect to have this many subscribers in this little of time, and I know it's such an insignificant number compared to most YouTubers, but for me, it's definitely a big milestone, and I greatly appreciate it, so thank you for those people that have already subscribed. Alright, so to jump into this video, first off, right now, the only thing on is the factory low beams, and I want to compare the factory low beams, which do a tremendous job. The factory lights on a Ford Raptor are nothing to scoff at, but to kind of provide a comparison, I'm going to turn on all the fogs at once and kind of give you guys an impression of the factory low beams versus these fog lights. So as you can see, the low beams kind of do a nice job of projecting forward, but really the difference is when the fog lights come on, you can see a lot of light getting thrown to the left and right of your line of sight. If you saw the other video, then you're going to know that these are set up in the pattern of having 2 spotlights on the outer side of each side and 1 flood in the middle, making for a total of 4 spots and 2 floodlights. A total of 6 of these cubes do a tremendous job of filling the outer edges of forward visibility, which complement the factory low beams really well. Now I'm going to turn on the high beams just to give you guys a comparison of what these lights coupled with the factory lights give you for a total amount of light output. I'm going to turn the factory high beams on and off a couple times just to give you guys an idea of what they provide in terms of combination light output with these lights. As you saw there, total amount of light output is really great. So with all the lights on, next I want to do a comparison of the factory low beams versus the fog lights on, and not in tandem, so you can kind of see what the low beams provide in comparison with just these fog lights. Here's a shot of just the low beams on, and here's a shot of just the fog lights on. Just low beams, just fog lights, just low beams, just fog lights. There's definitely a blank spot running down the center of visibility somewhere around this area right here running straight forward. You're going to see that there's light that's being cut off, and that in the daytime video I do a more detailed breakdown of why that happens. It's mostly because the way these lights are integrated into the factory bumper, there's a cutoff from the center part of the bumper that kind of negates the light's abilities regardless of what lights you go with from running down the center track. But in terms of these Lifetime LED Phantom Sun lights, you can see how much light output they provide in comparison with the factory low beam. I would have no problem driving down the road with just these fog lights on. Obviously that's not safe, so I wouldn't do that, and these are definitely blinding to oncoming traffic because they're off-road lights. Lastly, I want to just do a quick little comparison here of the floodlights versus the spotlights. Right now what you see is the low beams are off and it's just these aftermarket fog lights on, and I'm going to go ahead and shut off the spotlights, which is 4 cubes coming off at once, which should give you guys a good perspective of what the floodlights provide in terms of light output. As you see right now, the floodlights are all that's on, so I only have 1 cube on each side. These do a really good job of just providing a nice little burst output for short range. They definitely don't light up those markers that you see way at the end of this parking lot, but they definitely do a good job of giving me enough visibility for some nighttime accent lighting. They do a great job complementing the factory low beams, and I haven't had any issues using these floodlights as daytime running lights. They really aren't blinding to oncoming traffic like the spotlights are. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on the spotlights again. Now I'm going to go ahead and shut those floodlights off, which should give you guys a good perspective of what the spotlights provide in terms of independent output. Now this is going to be 4 cubes, 2 on each side, the 2 outer ones on each side. With the floodlight off, you can see there was a nice amount of short range lighting that got cut out, but there's still a tremendous amount of long range projection. You definitely don't want these lights on when you're driving down the road because they will blind oncoming traffic, so the spotlights are specifically for off-road use. The video doesn't do a great job of capturing this, unfortunately, but I can actually see those 4 markers and the beams they're aligned to, as well as the 2 road signs that are there. So the spotlights do a great job of kind of giving me that long range coverage that the floodlights don't provide. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this provided you guys with somewhat of a vantage point from the driver perception of what these lights provide in terms of output. Hopefully you found this helpful. Definitely let me know in the comment section what you think of this video, and as always, thanks for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe and let me know if you like the video and what I can do better. I'm trying to build my platform and get better at what I do here, which is making YouTube videos. One last point I want to cover, and I'll kind of step outside to give you guys an outside perception of these lights as well. You can see there's a great amount of burst light output from these fog lights. I've kept the factory lights off just to give you a comparison of what these lights provide. I'm a huge fan of these lights. Definitely check out that daytime video. In terms of price, what these provide for light output is really, really insane. I don't think I could have gotten any more light output from the fog light factory area on the Ford Raptor. With that said, I didn't want to do a full-on off-road light bar because I think it compromised the look of what I wanted this truck to be, which is really an inconspicuous Raptor. I didn't want it to have the graphics package or anything that kind of made it obvious that it was a Raptor. So a light bar, I think, really would have just gone against that kind of image that I'm trying to build with this truck. With that said, you can see there's a tremendous amount of light output kind of being thrown forward. I have full visibility, better than the factory low beams, and probably in comparison with the factory low beams and high beams with just the fog lights. So if you're looking for Raptor fog lights, I really think these are the ones to go for, and I think these lifetime LED sun cubes are really, really amazing for the price that they are. Personally, I compared these against the Rigid Industries D-Series lights, which actually cost about 3 to 4 times more than what each individual cube costs. And even bundled with their full kit for the Raptor, that was about $1,000. This for about $400 is definitely, for me, a much better investment in terms of what they provide for how much money I had to spend. So if you're considering Raptor fog lights, definitely consider this setup. I just wanted to share my opinion of it. And once again, thank you guys so much. If you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you didn't like the video, definitely give it a thumbs down and leave a comment below. Let me know what I can do better. I really want to earn your subscribe. I want to build this platform. I want to share cars and trucks. It's not going to be just a Raptor channel, but for now, this is the truck that I have and this is the content that I'm making. So if there's anything you want to know about the Raptor, anything you want for a video, anything that you want specific to this vehicle, or any of my opinions in terms of anything about it, let me know and I will definitely provide that information to the best of my ability. As always, guys, thank you very much. Bye.